Hello, everyone. Today's article is titled Baby Birds Get Puppet Parents. It tells the unusual story of Prague Zoo using life-sized vulture puppets to feed and raise chicks, preventing them from imprinting on humans. The article highlights both the creativity of conservation and the importance of even unpopular animals like vultures in maintaining ecosystems. Let's pause for a moment before we move into the article. We'll watch a short clip related to today's topic. As you watch, think about what ideas or questions it brings to mind. Now that we've seen the clip, let's take a step back. Before we dig into the details, it helps to explore a broader idea behind the story. This will guide how we understand what follows. This brings us to the theme of conservation and creativity. Saving endangered species often requires more than just protecting habitats. Sometimes it demands imaginative solutions, like using puppets to keep chicks wild or drones to monitor nests. These approaches may look unusual, but they reflect how science and creativity can work together to solve urgent problems. Conservation is not only about preserving animals, but also about adapting human behavior and technology to give species a chance to survive. Should zoos intervene when wild animal parents fail to care for their young, or should they let nature take its course? There are strong arguments on both sides. Letting nature take its course preserves the wildness of life, showing that survival often involves harsh realities. However, when animals are already endangered, doing nothing may mean losing an entire species. This is why many conservationists support careful intervention. Prague Zoo's puppet experiment is a good example. It gives chicks the nutrition and guidance they need without letting them imprint on humans. This creative balance, helping without over-domesticating, offers a way to preserve species while respecting their natural instincts. In the end, the goal is not to replace nature, but to give it a fighting chance. Now, to understand this article better, we need to familiarize ourselves with key vocabulary. We'll go over 3 important expressions, learn their meanings, and see them in action with example sentences. Let's start with cower. It means to shrink back or move away in fear. In the article, the chick cowered at first when the puppet appeared. Here is an example. The dog cowered during the thunderstorm. Next, we have wary. It means cautious or careful, especially because of possible danger. In the article, the chick was wary of the strange puppet at first. Here is an example. Travelers should be wary of pickpockets in crowded areas. Finally, let's look at imprint. It refers to when a young animal comes to recognize another being as its parent or trusted figure. In the article, the puppet prevents the chicks from imprinting on humans. Here is an example. Ducklings often imprint on the first moving thing they see after hatching. Now that we've explored the main themes and vocabulary, let's reinforce our understanding with a summary dictation exercise. Listen carefully and fill in the blanks. At Prague Zoo, zookeepers are hand-raising rare yellow-headed vultures using life-size puppets shaped like adult birds. A popular video shows a chick first backing off in fear, but then copying the parent puppets pecking to eat. The goal is to keep the chicks healthy without letting them bond with humans. That way they can later join other vultures and mate. Vultures play a vital role in nature by cleaning up dead animals and preventing disease, so their long-term survival is important for their ecosystems. Let's check the answers and review what each word means. The first answer is hand-raising. It means taking care of a young animal by humans instead of its parents. The second answer is chick. It means a baby bird, especially one recently hatched from an egg. The third answer is pecking. It means repeatedly striking or picking up something with a bird's beak. The fourth answer is vultures. It refers to large birds that eat the bodies of dead animals, helping keep nature clean. The fifth answer is ecosystems. It means communities of living things interacting with their environment. Well done, everyone! We've explored how conservation requires creativity, sometimes in unusual ways like using puppets to raise chicks, and we've learned vocabulary to describe these efforts. Here's a final reflection. Would you support creative but unusual methods, like using puppets, if it helps save endangered species? We'll revisit this in our next review session. Until then, keep reflecting on how humans can balance intervention with respect for nature.